Right, it takes 6 hours for 8 tractors to plough an area of 35 acres. What is the minimum number of tractors that will be needed to plough 19 acres in less than 5 hours? You may assume that all tractors work at the same rate and that all other conditions are similar. Okay, so this is a sort of proportion question comparing one scenario to another. If we look at the first scenario, they tell us 6 hours, 8 tractors to plough 35 acres. In the second scenario, they want us to work out the minimum number of tractors. Okay, so that's what they want. And they then to plough 19 acres in less than 5 hours. Okay, so because we're trying to work out the number of tractors, okay, in situation 1, we need to write down exactly what we've got. I'd start off with the tractors because that's what we're trying to work out for situation 2. But in situation 1, eight tractors. Okay, it took them 6 hours to plough 35 acres. Okay. In situation 2, obviously that's a question mark. I don't know how many tractors that will take 5 hours to plough 19 acres. Okay. So now because we are, when we're going to compare situations, we're going to look at the ratios. Okay, so we're going to divide, we're going to have fractions. All right. And we start off with situation 1, 8 tractors here. I'm going to multiply now, right? And we need to determine now what fraction, whether we're going to write 6 over 5 or 5 over 6. All right? 6 over 5 is the biggest fraction because the bigger number's on the top. 5 over 6 is the smaller fraction because 5 is on the top and the bigger number's on the bottom. All right? But what you need to think now is, right, that she wants to plough these in less than 5 hours. Okay, so the minimum number of tractors needed. Well, in this situation now, in the second situation, she's only got 5 hours to do the job, whereas in the first situation, they had 6 hours. So if you think about it, they've got less time. They've got less time to do the job. So if they've got less time, you need to think, do they need more tractors or less tractors? Well, if they've got less time to do the job, they're going to need more tractors. Okay, so more tractors means the bigger fraction, right? Remember with this now, we are trying to work this out, don't we? We're trying to work out how many tractors are needed for the second situation, all right? So, when it comes to determine this fraction here, you always got to think about the number of tractors needed, because we've got less time to do the job, only 5 hours, you need more tractors. If we move on then to this situation, now forget about the time, right? Ignore that. Just look at now the acreage that needs ploughing. Now compare this one with the first situation. Here now we need 19 acres, whereas last time it had to cover 35 acres. Now there's less to do, isn't there? If you think about it, there's less work to do. There's only 19 acres that need ploughing. So if there's less work to do we need more tractors or less tractors? Well, of course, if there's less work to do, less acreage, then we need less. We don't need as many tractors, do we? Okay, we don't need as many tractors. We need less tractors because there's not as many acres to cover. So if you need less, you're going to choose the smaller fraction. The smaller fraction will have 19 on the top, 35 on the bottom. So we get our calculator and times that out. We do all this in one go. And you get this. Sometimes you get a fraction. So press the SD, you need 5.21. Now, of course, you can't have 5.21 tractors, but what it's saying is you actually need more than 5 tractors, isn't it? When it says 5.21, you need more than 5 tractors. So 6 tractors you need to make sure the job is done. If you only put 5 down, right, then of course that wouldn't be enough, okay, to actually get the job done, because you've got to do it in less than 5 hours. Right, so you need to make sure that you've got 5.21 tractors doing the job. So we go for 6 tractors.